a lake that turns animals into stone, a desert that hums like it swallowed a giant speaker, a river so hot it can literally cook dinner, and somehow all of it is real. Nature doesn't just break the rules sometimes, it shreds the rulebook, sets it on fire, and then grows glowing plants out of the ashes. From number 15 down to the most unbelievable place on Earth, these are 15 places where nature defies science, or at least makes scientists sweat. Let's get into it. Number 15. The Sailing Stones of Death Valley. In Racetrack Playa, rocks move, on their own, across a dry lake bed. For decades, no one saw it happen. Stones weighing up to 300 kilograms would leave long trails behind them as if they woke up at night stretched and went for a casual stroll. Alien theories, of course, secret military experiments, naturally, the truth is weirder in a quieter way. When rare rain floods the playa, thin sheets of ice form overnight. As the sun rises, the ice breaks into floating panels. Light wind pushes those panels, and the rocks slide slowly across the mud. Not fast, not dramatic, just gliding, like they're late for an appointment. Nature basically said, physics works, just not the way you expected. Number 14. The boiling river of the Amazon deep in Peru runs a river so hot it can reach temperatures near 90 degrees Celsius. It's called Pishka, but most people know it as the Boiling River. It flows near Mayantuyacu, and it is not sitting on a volcano. That's the part that bothered scientists. The water is heated by geothermal forces deep underground. Rainwater seeps down through cracks, gets superheated, and rushes back up. Small animals that fall in don't stand a chance, and yet, locals have known about it for generations. Nature didn't hide it. Humans just weren't listening. Number 13. The Blood Falls of Antarctica. Out of the Taylor Glacier in Antarctica pours a waterfall the color of blood. It looks dramatic. It looks suspicious. It looks like the ice itself is bleeding. The cause? Iron-rich salt water trapped beneath the glacier for millions of years. When it hits oxygen, the iron oxidizes and turns deep red. Basically, the glacier rusted, which sounds ridiculous until you remember. There is an entire ecosystem living in that dark, oxygen-free water under the ice. Microbes thriving where sunlight has never touched. Life finds a way, even under a frozen lid the size of a continent. Number 12. The Door to Hell. In the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan burns a crater that has been on fire since 1971. Officially, it is the Dervaza gas crater. Soviet geologists accidentally drilled into a pocket of natural gas. The ground collapsed. To prevent toxic fumes from spreading, they set it on fire, expecting it to burn out in weeks. It has been burning for over 50 years. Sometimes the planet doesn't need help being dramatic, but when humans assist, it commits to the bit. Number 11. Lake Natron's Stone Creatures. In Tanzania sits Lake Natron. Its water is so alkaline it can preserve animals in calcified form. Birds that fall in can emerge looking like statues. The lake contains high levels of sodium carbonate, which can burn skin and eyes. Yet flamingos thrive there because predators avoid it. So yes, it can turn creatures into eerie sculptures, but it's also a nursery for thousands of flamingos. Nature is not evil. It is selective. Number 10. The Moving Glowing Forest of Japan. On certain nights in Japan, forests glow. Near Kyoto, bioluminescent fungi called Mycena chlorophyos emit a soft green light from fallen wood. The glow comes from a chemical reaction involving luciferin and oxygen. It is the same principle that makes fireflies light up. Except, this is a mushroom, on a log, glowing quietly like it pays electricity bills, and scientists still debate why it glows. Attraction, defense, accidental chemistry. The forest keeps its secrets. Number 9. The lake that explodes. Lake Nyos in Cameroon looks calm, peaceful, harmless. In 1986 it released a massive cloud of carbon dioxide from its depths. The gas rolled down nearby valleys, suffocating over 1,700 people and thousands of animals. No eruption, no lava, just invisible gas. The lake sits above volcanic rock that leaks carbon dioxide into deep water. Pressure builds. Eventually, it releases in a deadly burst, called a limnic eruption. Since then, scientists installed pipes to safely vent the gas. Because, sometimes, the quietest places are holding their breath. Number 8. The eternal lightning storm. Over Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela, lightning strikes up to 260 nights a year. This phenomenon is called Catatumbo lightning. Warm Caribbean air meets cool mountain winds from the Andes. The collision creates towering storm clouds that generate almost continuous lightning for hours. Sailors once used it as a natural lighthouse. No batteries required, just atmospheric chaos. Number 7. The crooked forest. In Poland stands a grove of pine trees that all bend sharply at the base before growing straight upward. No one knows exactly why. Some believe human intervention shaped them in the 1930s. Others think heavy snow did it, but no records explain it fully. Hundreds of trees, all with identical curves, like they synchronized. Nature doesn't always give closure. Number 6. Destintade Bashakari Mundar, author Aksan. Fall. Off the coast of Mauritius appears to be a waterfall plunging into the ocean. It is an illusion. Sand and silt flow off the edge of an underwater plateau, creating the appearance of cascading water. From above, it looks like the ocean has a drain. The planet casually creating optical illusions on a continental scale. Number 5. The Great Blue Hole. Near Belize lies a massive marine sinkhole over 300 meters across and more than 100 meters deep. It formed during past ice ages when sea levels were lower and limestone caves collapsed. Inside, scientists found ancient stalactites formed when it was dry land. Which means this hole in the ocean used to be a cave you could walk through. The Earth has been rearranging furniture for a very long time. Number 4. The Rainbow Mountains. In China, the Zhangye Dangxia landform looks painted. Bands of red, yellow, green, and blue stretch across mountains like someone spilled a box of crayons. The colors come from layers of different minerals laid down over millions of years and then compressed and uplifted by tectonic forces. No filters, no editing, just time and pressure doing graphic design. Number 3. The ice circles of Finland. In Finland, perfect circles of ice sometimes form on rivers. They spin slowly as water currents rotate them, grinding them into near-perfect discs. They look manufactured, engineered, placed carefully. They are not. They are the result of flowing water, temperature shifts, and patience. Nature has surprisingly steady hands. Number 2. The Socotra dragon trees. On the island of Socotra grow dragon blood trees with umbrella-shaped tops and red sap. They evolved in isolation for millions of years. The sap was once used as dye and medicine. The tree's shape helps it collect moisture from fog in a dry climate. It looks unreal. It is just adaptation taken to an extreme. Number 1. The magnetic hill that lies to your eyes. In Ladakh, there is a stretch of road where vehicles appear to roll uphill. Engines off. Brakes released. The car moves against gravity. Except it is not. It is a powerful optical illusion caused by the surrounding landscape. The horizon is obscured, and what looks uphill is actually a slight downhill slope. The brain insists gravity is broken. Gravity disagrees, and that is the real twist. Sometimes nature does not break science. It exposes how easily perception can be fooled. Stone that walks, water that burns, ice that bleeds, lakes that explode, forests that glow, mountains that paint themselves. The planet is not subtle, and if this is what it does on the surface, just imagine what it is still hiding. If this made the brain feel slightly uncomfortable in a good way, go ahead and follow along and subscribe. More places are out there quietly bending reality, and missing them would be tragic.